When pharmaceutical companies submit a new drug application to regulatory authorities, the submission contains a huge amount of scientific information. These documents include detailed reports about manufacturing, laboratory studies, animal testing, and human clinical trials. Because of the large volume of data, regulatory reviewers need a clear and organized way to understand the overall scientific story of the drug. This is where Module 2 of the Common Technical Document, or CTD, becomes extremely important. Module 2 contains high-level summaries and overviews of the detailed scientific data that appear in later modules of the CTD. Instead of immediately reviewing thousands of pages of reports, regulators can first read these summaries to gain a clear understanding of the drug's development and supporting evidence. Within Module 2, three major components play a critical role in explaining the scientific foundation of the drug product. These are the Quality Overall Summary, the Non-Clinical Overview, and the Clinical Overview. Let's begin with the Quality Overall Summary, commonly known as the QOS. The Quality Overall Summary provides a clear and structured summary of the information presented in Module 3, which focuses on the chemistry, manufacturing, and quality of the drug product. In simple terms, this section explains how the drug is produced and how its quality is consistently maintained. The QOS summarizes key aspects such as the properties of the active pharmaceutical ingredient, the formulation of the finished drug product, the manufacturing process, and the quality control systems used to ensure product consistency. It also describes the analytical methods used to test the drug product and confirm that it meets required specifications. For example, regulators must understand how impurities are controlled, how the manufacturing process ensures batch-to-batch consistency, and how the stability of the product is maintained during storage. Instead of reviewing every technical report from Module 3 immediately, regulators can read the Quality Overall Summary to quickly understand the overall manufacturing strategy and quality assurance approach. In this way, the QS provides a concise overview of the product's quality and manufacturing controls. Next, we move to the Non-Clinical Overview. Before any new medicine is tested in humans, it must undergo extensive laboratory and animal studies. These studies are known as non-clinical or preclinical studies. The non-clinical overview summarizes the findings from these studies, which are described in detail in Module 4 of the CTD. This overview explains the pharmacological properties of the drug and its potential safety risks. For example, non-clinical studies evaluate how the drug interacts with biological systems, how it is absorbed and metabolized in the body, and what types of toxic effects may occur at certain dose levels. Researchers also investigate how the drug affects different organs and biological pathways. The non-clinical overview integrates the results of multiple studies and provides scientific interpretation of the data. This helps regulators understand whether the drug has an acceptable safety profile before it is tested in humans or approved for medical use. Rather than simply listing experimental results, the overview presents a logical explanation of the drug's pharmacology and toxicology. Finally, we come to the clinical overview. The clinical overview summarizes the findings from human clinical trials, which are presented in detail in Module 5 of the CTD. Clinical trials are designed to evaluate the safety and effectiveness of the drug in human patients. In the clinical overview, the sponsor provides a comprehensive explanation of the clinical development program. This includes the rationale for the studies that were conducted, the design of the clinical trials, and the key results that demonstrate the drug's therapeutic value. The overview highlights important aspects such as treatment effectiveness, safety outcomes, dosing strategies, and comparisons with existing therapies. One of the most important elements of the clinical overview is the benefit-risk evaluation. Regulators must determine whether the benefits of the drug outweigh the potential risks for patients. The clinical overview presents this assessment in a clear and structured narrative. This allows reviewers to quickly understand the overall clinical performance of the drug. In summary, Module 2 plays a crucial role in regulatory submissions by providing clear summaries of complex scientific information. The QOS explains how the drug is manufactured and how its quality is controlled. The non-clinical overview summarizes laboratory and animal studies that evaluate the drug's biological activity and safety. And the clinical overview presents the key findings from human clinical trials and explains the overall benefit-risk profile of medicine.